position?
It's going good. It's going good. You know, I played it my freshman year, so it's not entirely new to me. So I'm just getting back in the hang of that.
When you saw that Jake went down, did you immediately volunteer for that role, or the coaches come to you and say, "Hey, we might need you to move over"?
I knew that Coach Madison would consider me, you know, to be in that just because I played it last year. So I was ready for it, and then he did tell me, you know, we're gonna do the switch. So that was fine with me.
What's the transition like for you? I mean, I think you said you did play when you were a freshman, but obviously you got really used to playing the weak side end. What's the transition like now for you?
You know, it's just going from your hand in the ground to standing up. So I gotta get back in the swing of that. You know, more pass coverage and stuff like that. But so far, it's been a pretty good transition.
Do you have to lose any weight or change your body shape at all?
No, I don't need to lose any weight. I just don't have to actively try to, you know, gain as much weight. So.
Long term, would you like to stay there? Would you like to move back to rush?
I mean, wherever they need me, you know, I'm glad to play any side of the defense where I can, you know, hit someone, hit the quarterback. So as long as I'm doing that, I'm happy.
Is it kind of like riding a bike? I mean, you go back and you remember how to do it, or is it a more difficult transition than that?
I mean, it came back to me pretty quickly, but you know, there's still the minute details that you gotta just practice every day to get down. So I'm working on that.
Like what specifically are you working on right now?
Just, you know, footwork and some pass coverage stuff and things like that.
Is it a little bit easier because you end up putting your hand on the ground in a lot of situations? I mean, that's how they use Jake in the past as a pass rusher.
Yeah, it definitely helps a lot, especially you know, when we go sub and we put our hands on the ground. So it definitely helps me in that aspect.
Is there any part of moving away from rush end that you're going to miss though?
I mean, I'm gonna miss the guys. You know, I've grown close with them, but no, I mean it's defense. I'm still hitting people, so I'm happy.
How do you think? I guess how much of the fact that there's so much depth at the weak side end position helped with this decision to move you?
Yeah, well, you know, Frank, Mario, Taco, they got a lot of good players there. So, you know, if we have a lot there, it definitely have room to move someone over and equal that out. So.
What have you seen out of Taco already? Howard Griffith tweeted about him the other day, saying that he's the one guy he'd want on his team, he'd start a team. What have you seen of him?
I mean, he's doing well. All the rushes, from what I can see now that I'm with Sam, but they're all working really hard. You know, Taco's doing well, Frank's doing well, Mario's doing well, so they're all really getting better this spring.
What about the younger linebackers? Anyone standing out there?
Again, I don't really know how to you know, decide that, but again, from what I've seen, you know, our whole defense is getting better. So including the linebackers, the young guys are stepping up, the old guys are leading. So
last year was your first year as, you know, starting a lot. I mean, I think you started 9 or 10 games or whatever it was. What would you learn from the experience going through it? Now that you can kind of look back on it after.
Yeah, just that game experience, and then that helps with you know, a leading role too. I'd like to step into that this year, but just kind of knowing what's expected out there and what's the game going to be like definitely helps you prepare for it better, I think.
How has Desmond adapted to playing more of the middle? Do you have a feel for that, Mike?
I can't really. I have nothing for that. I don't know. So sorry.
What's it been like working with Royce so far?
Royce, he's a funny guy. You know, he has a lot of energy all the time, so he's fun to be around.
What have you seen from James Ross, and what's it like working on the opposite side of him?
He's a big hitter. He's again, he's fun to play with. You know, he's going to do his job. So.
What does he bring to the defense? You know, he played last year, but he's going to get a lot more minutes this year, it seems like.
Yeah, I guess he just brings, you know, energy and doing his job, which is what you want out of a defender. So.